Yes, well, a few of you, yes, customers. Rest of you, gotta take away your mobile phones.
Yeah, so we start with the customers. The question would be why? Just say it.
Build what he needed.
So we can build what he needs. What else? So at the end of the day, every enterprise existence is relied on the customer.
He's the one who's going to pay at the end of the day.
He's the one who's gonna pay, and he's the one who I need to take care of. He's the one who I need to understand more. So there's 3 blocks: customer relationship, channels, and customer segments are all focused on the customers. And then we go to the second one, which is the center, and it's the center for a reason: the value proposition. It's about what we offer. It's about what makes us different than any other startup. And it's about what would make a customer go to you and use your product or your service instead of anything else. The third one would be the infrastructure, which are the back end. So how do you do what are your activities? What are your resources? Who are your partners that make you do or reach your value propositions? And then the last one at the end would be the finances, the cost and the revenue.
One thing, please, as a favor to me, never put your business model canvas in your presentation, in your pitch. Please. It is not made for presenting. It is cognitive murder, information overload. It's like, and here is my business model. And then you just see like a lot of small text that you're trying to decipher. And you're like, okay, next slide. Like, don't do that, ever. It's made as a tool for you to experiment. It's made as a way to guide you. It's your compass as you're building your company.
And a lot of people confuse. So when I ask you, what is your business model? How do you answer that?
I sell X to Y, and I charge them this much as a monthly subscription because I'm awesome, or something.
So you
of that.
basically explain how you do things, but don't put a canvas up. Okay. So we'll start with the first one, customers. So to fill in these 3, it's not about filling the blocks. It's more about getting the answers that we need and discovering what are the right ones for us. So for customer segments, what I'm doing, the service or the product that I'm selling, who needs it? Who's going to use it? Who will pay for it? These people would be my customer segmentation. And one of the best ways to do it is to actually create a persona. So describe the kind of people who might be interested. Usually, or a lot of times, we hear the answer, everyone. My product or my service is for everyone. That's never the case. You might focus on someone specific and others might pay for it and buy it also, but you need to have some segmentation for your own sake.
Okay, we're going to get you moving before we explain the rest of the canvas. We're going to be distributing business model canvases amongst all of your tables. We're going to give you a short case. Let me warn you, we've given this case to senior executives in major companies in Saudi Arabia. We've also given this case to 4th graders. We're going to compare and contrast how this room does in relation to our 2 cohorts that had very, very different results. Let me tell you, the 4th graders are pretty good at this. Anyone been to India recently? Yes, when? Last Eid. Which Eid? Eid al-Adha. So almost a year ago, I would say. No, actually, the last Eid, so that a few months ago. 5 months ago. How long did you spend in India? 5 days. 5 days. Did you go to Delhi, Kerala, or where did you go? New Delhi. What is the Indian diet? What is the Indian diet? What do they usually eat? Vegetarian. Vegetables, yes, sir. Well, yeah, I mean, if you not in the hotel, not when you go and you have the dumka murg or your roshan gosh, or no. But if you look at the majority, there's a heavy vegetarian influence. If you go to the rural areas, if you look at the population, like the majority of India is struggle. You know, it's about the poverty line. So other than the major cities. And religion plays a factor. So there's a heavy vegetarian influence in India. Now, there's a company very well known in India called Godrej. You seem to have recalled. Are you a customer of Godrej? So Godrej makes home appliances. They make refrigerators. They make washing machines. They make all of these home appliances. Now, the penetration for refrigerators in India is, how much percentage of people in India have a refrigerator? Come on, guesses. 25% of people have refrigerators in India. Anyone else? You, ma'am. How many people have refrigerators in India? Yes, you. Most of them. 80%? 60? 60%. The prize goes to Aurélie. It's actually 20% of people in India have refrigerators. So 80% of the population has no refrigerator. How come? What? They don't need it? The electricity is a problem. Why don't they need it? What else?
That they don't have a lot of resources to start with and to store.
Okay, so poverty is one thing. They can't afford it is one thing. They don't need it because of vegetables is another. So let's attack, they don't need it as vegetables. A third of the food in India goes to waste because of spoilage. That's a huge number. So there is a need, but there are barriers. So we're gonna have that go over to you now. You are Godrej. You want to reach a bigger market segment. How would you design a product for this segment? Who is vegetarian? Who is, you have a comment? Who struggles with electricity, who happens to also travel a lot. They're working in the summers, they go from farm to farm, so they're highly mobile. They live in small compartments. You're not going to need to build a business model yet. First, I want you to think of what the product is. So you have 5 minutes to work with your partner, the people around you, come up with what you would give the people in India in order to help preserve their food. 5 minutes. 4 minutes. What is the product? Okay. All right. To reiterate what we have to do, we need to build a new product. You don't have to fill the business model. This is what the product is. Just what are we going to design to offer the people in rural, low-income areas of India to solve this problem? How are we going to make them buy a refrigerator in another way? Okay?
I don't think so. 5 minutes is enough. You got to give more.
Come on. Come up.
Yeah, but like,
What are you going to do? Electricity cuts.